Last time, we talked about one key idea. An AI agent is your digital employee, not just a chatbot that answers questions, but something that actually uses your computer to get work done. Today, we're going to talk about the very first step of onboarding any new employee, setting up their workspace. When a new person joins your company, you give them a computer, set up their accounts, install the software they need, and give them the permissions to do their job. Your AI employee needs the same thing. So here's the question. What kind of workspace should you give your AI employee? Windows, macOS, or Linux? This choice directly affects how much your AI can actually do. Let's start with a simple observation. Almost every developer in the world avoids Windows as their working environment. They choose Linux or macOS instead. Why? Two main reasons. First, Linux and macOS are both Unix-like systems. Their command line interfaces are nearly identical, and almost every cloud server in the world runs Linux. This means your local environment matches your production environment. What works on your machine works in the cloud. No surprises. Second, the vast majority of developer tools, libraries, and frameworks are built for Linux and macOS first. Windows support is often incomplete, delayed, or requires workarounds. If you think of an AI agent as a developer, the natural habitat is Linux or macOS. So what about Windows? Windows was designed for everyday consumers. Its graphical interface is friendly, intuitive, and polished, great for end users. But here's the thing, today's AI agents are extremely capable with text and command lines. They are still quite weak with visual interfaces and clicking around screens. Imagine asking your AI to click a button. It has to figure out where the button is on the screen, identify the exact pixel coordinates, confirm it found the right element, and then click. That process is slow and error-prone. But ask your AI to run a command in the terminal. It does it instantly, almost never makes mistakes, because it has seen millions of examples of exactly this. The open source community is full of shell scripts, command line documentation, and terminal workflows. All of that became part of AI training data, so AI agents are naturally fluent in the terminal, far more than in any graphical interface. Now, you might be thinking, most software is web-based these days. Can't the AI just use a browser? Yes, actually. Today's AI agents are already quite good at using browsers on any operating system, including Windows. That part is mostly solved. But for software that isn't web-based, AI still struggles on every platform, not just Windows. Windows doesn't have a special disadvantage here. So for Windows users, what's the answer? The good news is that Microsoft already solved this problem. It's called WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux. WSL lets you run a complete Linux environment directly inside Windows, without installing a virtual machine, without setting up a dual boot system. It's lightweight, fast, and fully integrated. Now, here's something that confuses a lot of people. Linux isn't just one thing. There are many different distributions of Linux. Think of it like Android phones. And actually, Android is based on Linux, so this analogy is more accurate than it sounds. Android uses the Linux kernel underneath, but Samsung, Xiaomi, and OnePlus all look completely different. Different launchers, different apps, different feel. Linux desktop distributions work the same way. There's one Linux kernel underneath, but on top of it you have Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, Arch, and dozens more. Each one looks and behaves a bit differently. You don't need to study any of this. When you install WSL, just go with the default. The default is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is the most popular Linux distribution in the world. Almost every tutorial, Stack Overflow answer, and community forum is written with Ubuntu in mind. Stick with Ubuntu. You won't go wrong. And here's something important. WSL can still access your Windows browser. This matters more than it might seem. Your everyday browser is logged into dozens of websites. It has your cookies, your session data, your identity. When your AI agent uses your browser, it operates as you, not as an anonymous bot. Many websites block automated bots, but if your AI is using your own browser with your login session, that's much less likely to be an issue. We are still in a transition period. The world is shifting from purely human-operated systems towards systems that work with AI. Most websites aren't fully ready for AI yet, but they will have to adapt, because if they don't, they'll lose the market. For now, having your AI work as your representative doesn't violate most website policies, just like hiring an assistant to handle things on your behalf. Let's come back to why the terminal matters so much. AI agents are almost natively fluent in the command line. They know how to install software, manage files, run programs, configure systems, all through terminal commands. No clicking, no navigating menus, just direct, efficient commands. But here's the challenge. Most regular people are not comfortable with the terminal. It can feel intimidating. So what should you do? Here's the good news. You don't need to become a terminal expert. You only need to understand a few basic concepts, just enough to help your AI employee get set up. After that, your AI handles everything else. In the next video, I'll walk you through shell basics in just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And you'll have everything you need to onboard your AI employee. After that, the work is theirs, not yours. Let's do a quick recap of today. AI agents are like employees. Before they can work, you need to set up their workspace. The best environment for an AI agent is Linux or macOS because they're Unix-like systems, they match cloud server environments, and they have the best developer tool support. AI agents are strong at text and command lines, not at navigating graphical interfaces. Windows GUI advantage is actually a liability for AI. Windows users can use WSL to run a full Linux environment without leaving Windows, while keeping access to their Windows browser. When installing WSL, use the default, Ubuntu. It's the most popular Linux distribution, like the flagship Android of the Linux world. Most tutorials and community help are written for it. The terminal is where AI is most productive. You don't need to master it, just understand the basics. AI will take it from there. If this video was useful to you, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit like and share it with a friend who's still figuring out how to make AI actually work for them. See you in the next one.